now we're going to get into business credit, right? So in this section, we're going to be talking about business credit and the benefits. We're going to be talking about steps to building business credit. And we're also going to be talking about how to work with me, of course. Okay. So why is business credit important? Business credit literally allows you to hide debt. It allows you to hide utilization. Credit was actually founded for businesses. So when you do things under your business name, you get triple, double, quadruple the amounts that you would get normally because it was founded for businesses, right? So does Discover It care about heart increase? They're not really big on heart increase. That's why that's the very last one. So if you notice, I gave you guys an order: Alliant, Barclay, Capital One, right? The Savior card. Bank of America, Capital One, American Express, then Discover It. This is all personal funding. Why? Because everybody don't qualify for business credit. So if you don't have one of those super strong profiles where, like I showed you in the beginning, where you have a nice amount of age, at least 3 years, or if you don't have a primary account, then it may be hard for you to literally be a personal guarantor for your business. That way, that's when I will recommend you doing that personal funding sequence. But if you have a strong credit profile, the one that I showed you in the beginning of this webinar, then I would highly recommend being a personal guarantor for your business and doing a lot of things under your business. Is always going to be amazing. You can hide utilization that way, because when you're a personal guarantor for your business, or you get business credit under your EIN number, it doesn't show up on your personal credit report. So that's what we love. And that's even better, because that's when we're allowed to personal guarantor for every LLC. So if you have 5 LLCs, you can be a personal guarantor for this one, that one, this one, this one. And any hard inquiries that come from what you do on your business, you remove it, because by law, your business credit, your business inquiries, or anything should not show up on your personal credit report. That is a law that is here to stay. So as soon as you be a personal guarantor for your business and you get that hard inquiry, all you have to do is go and have it removed, send one of the 609 letter, the basic dispute letter, and have that stuff updated. It's inaccurate. This is for my business. It has my LLC name. Why is it on my personal credit? Please tell me. Delete it immediately, right? So when it comes down to building business credit, one of the major things that you need to do is make sure that you're building business credibility, right? And a major thing is like building with these vendors and these lenders so that they can literally, yes, everybody will receive access to the replay. So they can literally deem you credit worthy when you want to go and get unsecured loans, when you want to get revolving credit, you want to get cars on your business name. It's all going to be over your credibility and your credibility points. So the number one thing to setting up your business is setting up your business like a real corporation. When you are asking these financial institutions for money for your business like a corporation, they're going to hold you to that, and they want you to look like a corporation. So I need you guys to understand that when it's time to incorporate your business, structuring your business is the most important part of the process. If you make one mistake, it can result in you literally being denied, and we don't want to be denied. So we want to make sure our business is set up like a real legal solid business, right? So the very, very, very first step that I always recommend is checking out your business name. Now, I know a lot of you guys that may be in here today already have your businesses legalized, but pay attention, because I'm sure I am going to go over something that is very important that you do not have in compliance for your business, that you're going to drop in the comments, oh my God, I have to go and fix that. Because if everything across the board in your business is not consistent, it's not right. Literally. So pay close attention to this part that I'm getting ready to go over. And this is the stage of structuring your business. So the very first step, if you guys are new to business, is making sure that your business name, your Instagram name, and anything affiliated with your business is available. You can check this out at namecheck.com. That's namechk.com. It will check your Instagram. It will check your website. It will check your domain name. It will check your email address. It will check so many different platforms to make sure that you can actually utilize all of these things in your business. Okay. Also understanding your NAICS code. which is NAICS code, also known as a SIC code. This is important. This is how you do business. This is how you do business. So what I really want to let you guys know that there's high risk and low risk industries. And I'm going to go over this in a minute, but let's talk about it. And we're going to talk about it a lot. There's high risk and low risk industries. In my mentorship, I teach a lot of you guys how to start your own credit repair company, how to start your own transportation company, trucking, Turo, all of these things. But just because that's how you do your business, that does not mean. Can you guys, am I frozen? Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Let me know. That does not mean that that's how you have to register your business. That does not mean that's how you have to register your business. Am I here, guys? Am I frozen or can y'all see me? Let me know in the comments. So there's high risk. I don't know how to refresh. Am I frozen? Oh, they said I'm good. I think that's yours, Lizzie. There's high risk and there's low risk industries. High risk industry is your credit repair industry. High risk industry is a transportation industry, right? So you always want to keep it neutral. Me, I always do enterprises, solutions, management companies, because I don't know what direction I'm going to go to, and I never know when I need money from the bank. So instead of me having to go and update something, I'm literally going to do it right from the beginning. So if you can, you should Google NAICS code, which is called a NAICS code. Look that up. If the way you do your business right now is in the high risk industry, you need to change that. You need to change that everywhere with the IRS and the Secretary of State. Change it, update it. Why? Because when you go to get funding, if it's a high risk industry, you're going to stop your bag. And we don't want that. The whole point of this is allowing us to get the money that we need to start investing in the things that we desire to have more time. We're tired of trading time for dollars. We're tired of going to work, working hard for money and still not having enough to pay bills, save a little, take a little trip, go a little, do some shopping, right? So we're going to leverage the bank's money and go out there and invest into passive streams of income to have passive overflow so that we can stop trading time for money. And even if we do love our careers, at least we could take the money we work for and save it, right? We don't have to go out there and invest into our business and do this and do that. And next thing you know, shit, then we got to wait until the next payday just to go out to eat. We don't want to do that. We want to be able to live a life of luxury. We want to be able to have money coming in our sleep. That's the goal. Drop some fire in the comments if you want to start making money in your sleep by leveraging other people's money. Simply leveraging your credit. Let me know. Drop some fire in the comments. Because I need to know. I'm not wasting my time. Let me know. I love when y'all do that. I love when y'all in the comments. That's right. That's right. So before anything, if you do not have a business already, go to name check and check the database for your name. Make sure everything is available. Why? Because it's going to matter later on. Now, when we start talking about business addresses, right? So after we check the name, we didn't apply for the name. We just checked it, made sure it was available, put it to the side. Now we're going to work on our business address. No P.O. boxes, no UPS boxes, no P.O. boxes, no UPS boxes, no box, no nothing. It needs to be a real brick and mortar address. Now, please understand that your business address is public information. So if you know you're going to have a 6 and 7 figure business, if you know people do not like you, and if you just do not want people being able to pull up on you because they know your business name, I don't recommend using your home address. Instead, you can use a virtual address with the companies called Opus, OPUS, Regis, REGUS, TrueSpace. They're right here in Atlanta. Real brick and mortar businesses. Simple as that. You can get a registered agent with them. You can just buy the address from them. You can get a phone number from them. They have multiple different services that you can take advantage of. But at the bare minimum, get a virtual office address. Simple as that. Your address, if it is not a brick and mortar, which means a real physical location, we can Google it and see the outside of the building. We can go to the building and deliver a package, not fundable. Not fundable. No, you can be anywhere in the world and utilize these companies. And these companies have locations all over the world. So Opus, TrueSpace, Regis for virtual offices. Business phone number. Not your personal cell phone. Please, y'all. Not your personal cell phone. I should not be able to call you as the bank. You like, yo, what up? Like, huh? You can't call McDonald's and they're doing that, right? When you call McDonald's, it's an 800 number. When you go on calling customer service numbers, it's a 188 number, 1-800 number. So you want to get funded like these big corporations, then you need to be looking like one. And with that, you need to have a 1-800 number, a 1888 number. Because we're building business credit, one of my favorite companies that I recommend is Freedom Voice. Freedom Voice will give you a phone number for $9.99. It connects to your personal cell phone. It connects to your personal cell phone, and it also serves as a trade line. So by just paying $9.99 for your phone, it will also start reporting to your business credit. So that can be your very first business trade line to help you start building business credit. Kiana says, is this even if you want to do a business that's online selling digital products? Yes. I mean, if no one knows your business name, then use your personal address. But if you do not want nobody to simply Google search your business and be able to know what your address is and be able to pull up on you, then a virtual office address is always recommended. I don't want nobody knowing where I live just because I run a business. That's very risky, right? So Freedom Voice, you can get one. You can also get a 1-800 number, like I said, with your virtual office. So Opus offer them, Regis offer them, TrueSpace offer them. But I always recommend freedomvoice.com because they actually serve as a trade line. So you can kill two birds in one stone. I'm paying $9.99 for a business phone number. It connects straight to my cell phone, so I don't have to do too much to keep up with it. And it's also reporting to my business credit profile, allowing me to build business credit. I mean, that's a 2-in-1. I'm always about maximizing. If you have a physical business, do you still need a 1-800 number? I always recommend a 1-800 number, especially because I go for large numbers. I want the big money, so I'm always going to recommend a 1-800 number. But if you actually have a business phone for your business, then just you can use that as well. As long as you're not answering it like your personal, and as long as that number is not connected to anything related to your personal. You always want to separate your business from your personal. You don't want to run it concurrent. As a business owner, a large corporation will have a website. Now, you don't need a 10-page website. You don't need a 2-page website, but you need at least a 1-page website. We need to be able to type in your domain and find you online because that's what businesses do. And you're going to the bank as a business to get funded like a business. This is what you want. I use TrueSpace, and seeing multiple businesses with the same address can affect you. Not at all. I use TrueSpace personally, so no, not at all. Right? So you can use you can use GoDaddy. You can use multiple different platforms to get a website. You can make a 1-page website. You can use Wix. You can use Shopify. You can use GoDaddy. I like GoDaddy. GoDaddy is a good place for hosting. So you can get your domain name. You can get your business email. You can get your business phone number. So a lot of the things that you need, you can get in one place. It just depends on where you actually want to go to get this, which brings me into the email address. No Gmails, guys. No @gmail.com. No Yahoo. No Yamail. No AOL. No iCloud. No at anything besides your business name. Your business email address should be info@theprogressor.com. info@yourbusinessname.com. info@yourbusinessname.com. Simple as that. Simple as that. You can get one from G Suite. You can get one, like I said, from GoDaddy when you register your domain name. You can figure out how you want to get one, but whatever you do, you need to get one. In order to get funded, we need to be able to find you online, guys. So make sure your business is listed. You can go to listmybusiness.net and you can register your business. Register your business in the national database. By default, it will be the local database, but you want to click over and make sure that it's at the national database, right? Make sure you guys are listed on Google, Bing, Yahoo, Yelp, and listyourself.net is actually going to help you get in those databases. Okay, you can pay $60 per year to get in that, put your information in that directory, put your information in 411 directory. If the bank is literally getting ready to approve you for $100,000 and they Google you and they do not find you, you will literally kill your chances of being approved for that money by one small mistake. And this is why I tell y'all, this is the most important process when it comes down to building out, structuring your business credit report for business funding. Drop some fire in the comments if you guys are feeling me. Drop some fire in the comments if you guys are receiving this information and if you guys are following me. I know it's an information overload, but this is valuable information, and all of this stuff go hand in hand. Like, honestly, it goes hand in hand. It's needed, and I hope you guys are literally just paying close attention. So we making stride for it. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Don't get tired. I'm not tired. Don't get tired. This is life-changing information, literally. So now we have our website. We have our business email address. We have our business address. We have our business phone number. Now it's time to apply for the LLC. Why? Because that when you apply for the LLC, they're going to ask you, what kind of business are you doing? What's your business name? What's your business phone number? What's your business website? That's why I recommend you getting all of that first. So now all you have to do is plug and play. It's simple. It's simple. A lot of us already have businesses, but all of that information we don't have. So what we're going to have to do, go get all of that, call the IRS, wait on the phone for an hour because they take forever to get that information updated. So go to the Secretary of State, possibly have to pay some money to get that updated. So if you are here today and you do not have a business, I recommend you doing it exactly how I'm going and over it with you guys, exactly how I tell you how to do it in my books, right? Step-by-step guide, so that you guys are making sure that you're doing it right from the beginning and not having to go back and make corrections at the end. Simple as that. Okay. So now when it comes down to the LLC, you're going to go to your Secretary of State website. So if you live in the state of Georgia, you're going to go to the Georgia Secretary of State website. If you live in Michigan, you're going to go to the Michigan Secretary of State website. When doing the LLC, do you recommend doing it yourself? I'm teaching you how to do it right now yourself. Registering for an LLC is so easy. One of the things that I recommend, which is step 1, going to namecheck.com. That is allowing you to search all of the databases to make sure that this name is not even taken. Once you do that, which LegalZoom is going to do for you, you can get all of the address, the agent, all of these things on your own. You can go straight to your state. You live in Michigan, Anthony. Go straight to Michigan Secretary of State website and apply for your LLC. They're going to ask you your NAICS code, which is your NAICS code. That was the first thing that I talked about in this process. How do you do business? That is important. Just make sure that you're using a neutral and a general business as far as consulting. Make sure you management, solutions, enterprises, right? I always register my business as a management company or a consulting company. Those are the most neutral and generalized businesses and low risk industries. And that way I can do business as anything. It don't matter what I'm doing business as, but it also matters how I register my business. Can you change your business address from one state to another? Yes, you can. When you do that, you're typically registering your business as a foreign entity, especially if you change state. Just how I used to live in Michigan and I started a business there, but I moved to Atlanta. So I registered my Michigan business as a foreign business in Atlanta. So now I'm legally able to do business here in Georgia. But it did not take away from the amount of years that I've owned my business starting from Michigan, if that answers your question. But yes, you can, because your registered agent can be anywhere. So yes. So LLC, your state Secretary of State website, apply. When you go there, have all your information, name, address, email, phone number, website, all of that. You're going to plug that in. Also understand your NAICS code, NAICS, consultant, neutral, general business. Don't go in there trying to be all honest, putting that you do credit repair, or putting that you sell hair, or putting that you have a logistics or a trucking company. Those are high risk industries. And when you go to get funding, they're going to see that you put that, and that is going to affect the amount of money that you get. So move strategically, guys. After you guys get the articles of organization for your business, which means you now legally own this business, go to the irs.gov and apply for your EIN number. That is free, completely free. So irs.gov, get your EIN number. Again, they're going to ask you what kind of business that you run. Make sure you guys keep it consistent to what you put on your LLC. When it comes down to getting funding, is all about the consistency, making sure that everything is consistent. Do not spell your name wrong. Do not put your birthday wrong. Do not put your EIN number wrong. Do not, make sure everything is squeaky tight. You have to really pay attention, because one small mistake will result in a denial on the application, and we don't need that. We going for the instant approvals, APs, because that's what I teach and that's what I get. No, Kenya, no. But what I recommend for all of you guys, because there are so many banks around the world, and sometimes we travel. Like I live in Atlanta, and sometimes I go to LA. When I go to LA, my homegirl might tell me like, "Look, U.S. Bank is literally giving away $50,000, right?" Because my business is a foreign entity in 50 states, when I go to California, I have documents saying that I do business in California. I have a registered agent in California. What this allows me to do is to walk straight into US Bank, open up an account, and then apply for a $50,000 line of credit, or apply for a $50,000 credit card. So to answer your question overall, later on down the line, after you guys get established, and even if you start generating a little bit of income or get some funding, I always recommend registering your business as a foreign entity in multiple different states, so that, especially the states that you frequent often, so that when you do go to these states, you're actually able to open up accounts and get money from the banks, especially if those banks are lenient. So I use a general name for LLC, and then I do a DBA for my salon. Yes. It's for the whole country. It's not, nothing I'm talking about is for Georgia. There's people in here from all over the world. So nothing that I'm talking about is specific to any area. This is for all over the United States. Please understand that. So many of us are checking in from everywhere. This information can be applied all over the world. You are not subject to where you are. You can go anywhere and get funding. You can go anywhere and open up a bank account and get a line of credit, get a car loan, get a credit card, or whatever you need from the bank. And that's why it's always financial literacy and always understanding how to move with strategy, right? So after we have our business set up and now we have our LLC, we have our EIN, it's time to open up a bank account. Some of the best banks for businesses are credit unions, because they give a lot of money. They're very lenient. They don't require you to have super high credit scores. I also, when you want to get their products, as a personal guarantor, that is. Some of the banks that I love is Key Bank. I love Regions Bank. I love SunTrust, which is now Truist. I love Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase is good. So you want to get a mixture of banks. You want to have smaller banks, which is going to be Elon and credit unions. You want to have larger banks, which are Bank of America, Chase. You want to have regional banks, which is Regions, SunTrust, US Bank, Key Bank, right? So you want to have a mixture of bank accounts with different banks, because it's all about building those relationships. You don't want to close any card. Closing account, like, it does nothing beneficial for you for closing a card. I always recommend, even if you're not using a card, every now and then just make a payment. I mean, no one died. No one hurts if you have a card that you're not using. It will hurt you more to close an account, because open accounts are always good because they report positively on your credit report. So for me, I would never recommend closing a card unless you absolutely have to, or they're closing a card for you. If you just don't want to be in debt, you don't want to use that card, I always recommend just not using the card. But sometimes you will get a hit saying that you haven't used that card. And just make a small purchase and then put the card up, pay it and put it up. But don't close a card unless you have to. And I don't really see a lot of reasons why you would have to, so I don't recommend that. So yes, make sure you guys get multiple different bank accounts. Get your Key Bank, get your US Bank, get your credit union bank, get your larger banks, your Wells Fargo, your Bank of America. I already told y'all that we love Bank of America. I recommend getting as many bank accounts as you can, because the more relationships you can build, the better, right? Like I said, there's something called a bank rating. So when you actually open in these accounts, or if you know you're going to go open up a Bank of America account because you want to apply for 2 credit cards of Bank of America, what I recommend is the more money you have to take with you to open an account, I recommend keeping it. And the longer you let money sit in the bank, at least within like a week to 2 weeks, you will start generating a bank rating, right? Bank ratings are according to how much money you actually keep in your bank account. So the more money, the better, right? Because when you generate this bank rating, you could go to other banks and they see that you have this bank rating and they like, okay, she keeps money in her account. She's not scrounging for money. Do you want a $50,000 credit card, sir? Do you want to drop some fire, guys? We 2 hours in a free game. We are 2 hours in a free game. Y'all got to drop some fire because this is supposed to be over, right? So you definitely want to make sure you guys are generating that bank rating, right? So low 4 bank rating is anywhere between 1,000 and 4,000. A mid 4 bank rating is 4,000 to 7,000. A high 4 bank rating is 7,000 to 10,000. A low 5, 10K to 40K. Mid 5, 40K to 70K. And high 5, 70 to 100,000. So that's how the bank ratings work. You guys can just pick what rating you want or what your finances allow, and that's that. So when it comes down to building business credit, there are a few credit bureaus that you guys should be aware of. Now, there's several different credit bureaus, but the main ones are going to be Experian Business, Dun & Bradstreet, and Equifax Business, right? And NAV is like the Credit Karma for business credit. So I always recommend having a NAV account, which is NAV. NAV allows you to see your business credit report, and they also serve as a trade line. I answered Kayla's stuff when I said that I think that you should. Yes, you can. But if you actually moved, I would just recommend registering your business as a foreign entity in the new state that you're operating in, especially when you want to open up bank accounts in that state. NAV is where you pull your business credit report. Just how you will go to Credit Karma or Experian for your personal, you can go to nav.com and you can track and you can actually see your business credit report. I always recommend purchasing the NAV Boost because they will serve as a trade line. The goal is to have 15 to 25 trade lines reporting on your overall profile so you can really get the money that you need. This is how you get cars, and this is how you get all of those things on the EIN only. So if you do not want to be a personal guarantor, if you do not want to use your personal credit to get the things that you want in your business, you need to have 15 to 25 trade lines reporting on your business credit profile. How do you see this? By going to nav.com. Nav.com would allow you to pull your business credit report on a monthly basis and see how many trade lines reporting, see what your scores are. Okay, so now after you get your business bank account, you're going to go to dunandbradstreet.com, which is dnb.com. You're going to get your DUNS number. I told you guys, there's 3 major credit bureaus. There's 3 major credit bureaus of business credit: Experian Business, Equifax Business, Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet is the paydex score, which typically is like the most important, and a lot of people register for them. Dun & Bradstreet is completely free to get your DUNS number. So you'll go to dnb.com and register for your DUNS number. You're going to use this DUNS number. DUNS number is very equivalent to your EIN number, but more so for the business credit building aspect. EIN number is for taxes and many other things, whereas Dun & Bradstreet number is very important and very strategic when it comes to reporting your business credit and building business credit, because Dun & Bradstreet, again, is one of the credit bureaus, and they're all, you know what I mean? Like, they're the OG of credit. So you want to build with them, right? So your overall goal is to generate a paydex score. In order to generate a paydex score, you need to have 5 vendors. Overall, we want to have 15 to 25 vendors, and there's 4 tiers. So we're going to get 5 vendors per tier. So as of now, to be a legally compliant and structured company, you want to make sure that you have your name, your address, your website, your phone number, your LLC, your EIN, a business bank account, and a Dun & Bradstreet number. Once you have all of these things, you are literally ready to build business credit. Okay. On my screen is a list of vendors that you can literally start building business credit with. Uline, Granger, Global Voice Direct, which is the phone, Strategic Network Solutions, Supply Works, HD Supply, Crown Office Supply, the CEO Creative, Wex Fleet. So this is a combination of gas cards, office supplies, shipping supplies for your business, t-shirts for your business, NAV Boost, which is literally a free trade line that you pay for. They just report to all three bureaus. A pro tip is when you get with NAV, you can literally open up 3 different NAV accounts using 3 different emails and using the same Dun & Bradstreet number for all of them. Remember, you only need 5 trade lines for the first level. If you get 3 different NAV accounts, that's 3. If you get Global Direct as a phone number, that's 4, which means you only going to need one more trade line. I just told y'all. I just gave it to y'all. Uline. 3 NAVs,